This is Sid Worldwide. This is J.Smith, and right now, you tuned in to One-on-One with Jerm.
Oh, man. We're back. Episode 110.
Man.
Yeah, big 110, man. I got some dudes, I worked with.
Yeah. Get into it. Yeah. Get into it.
I was confused one day at work because I was like, wait, you was at another bank.
Yeah,
wait. Until I found out they was twins.
Yep.
And they was at the same job, dog. I got my boy, the Smith twin.
Yeah.
Siddiq Worldwide.
Yeah.
JS.FM.
Come on.
Jequan in the building. What's going on, fellas?
Man, when the last time we seen each other?
About 2013, 14?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. It was after Whitney Bank, right?
Did we see each other after? We saw each other somewhere.
I saw you.
I saw you. So where were we at?
It was something.
Were you with Bingo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to say it was
I was
either.
with Bingo.
Was it my concert? Was it at the show?
I don't know.
Because I do remember running into.
Yeah, because we was in the hallway and we see each other.
Yeah.
That was shit. We stopped fucking watching the show because it had been that long. Probably since like 2013, 2014.
Man.
Yeah, we was at Whitney, bro.
Man,
Whitney. Fuck for real, man.
I passed the Whitney coming up and I was like, dog.
Damn, dog, I pass that hoe every day I'm coming home.
Yeah,
facts. Man,
and I didn't know they was into music. At the time, I wasn't really into the music. And they was like, oh, yeah, we work with Fat Tony and all that at Rice Radio.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, man. Yeah, I remember. I was like, man, I'm going to tune in. Boys was spinning on Rice Radio.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Damn.
I do. I was like, oh, these boys live.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. But you was live. Well, I ain't going to say was. You still live.
I don't know what you speak of, bro.
No.
It was because you was talking about
the shit that you was wearing, the shit that you was doing, the shit you was saying.
Yeah.
And we at a bank. It ain't like we out and about.
Yeah.
So for you to have that style and all that at work, that say a whole lot. Like, you the first nigga I really seen like wearing like dress socks. That was like name brand for real. Like, it wasn't no Sid shit. It was like Ralph Lauren. Like, it was like, so to see that at work,
facts.
I already know you had some crazy style. So outside of work, it just makes sense.
Facts. I appreciate it, man. Pops always told me, all right, if you got a little job that you wear, you got to dress up.
Facts.
Always be fresh.
Facts.
So I always incorporated Pops' style into what I was into my mix and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just was like, I'm just gonna put stuff together and see how it flows.
See, and that's some shit I kept when I got my first actual job. Because I mean, like I say, like me, I was just like, I'm here 3-4 hours, I'ma leave anyways. I don't really give a fuck. But seeing you in your shit, when I got my full-time job, it started making me say, nah, I'm gonna put shit together. Like, I'm gonna actually do it for real. Since I'm here 8 hours, it's most of my day anyway. So
and I was like, bro, my mindset was like, bro, it's gonna be females walking through the
Come on. I wasn't even thinking of that.
See, and that was my first. I was like, I don't know what kind of bank this. When I first got the job, I was like, I don't know what kind of bank this is. I was like, bro, it's gonna be females walking down here. I might be working with some females. So I was like, I gotta be fly. I was like, I might be the only black one. Until I met some boys.
No, now I think about it, we was the only black ones for real.
Black dudes that was working at Whitney Bank. Besides Shorty, that was the head, cashier.
Oh
because that was the one I was at. Like, see, that's some whole other shit, man. That's what I was telling Deke before. I was like, bro, we got like a real deal, like
connection,
personal connection. Like, I remember just being there and like you would fall asleep. And then somebody walk in, you wake smooth up.
I'm up.
How did that shit nigga go back to sleep?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was like, that was like one of the easiest jobs.
Yeah.
People was like, bro, tell this job. So, I'm like, bro, that job was easy.
That
you know what you was doing?
Exactly, bro. You doing the same thing all day.
Same software.
Like, same shit all day.
It was like, bro, nothing changed. Nothing was going on. It's like, bro, if you knew how to handle some bread,
you gonna be fine.
You gonna be
fine.
Good, man. My boys, they from the 4-4.
Yep.
Davidson Street.
They gotta represent Oklahoma.
Yeah, come on, man. Davidson City. Garden City.
Home of Burns BBQ.
You know what's crazy?
That's our family. That's our uncle.
That's our uncle. Gary Burns, one of the cats that run it, that's our uncle.
Yep.
Yes, bro.
Learn something
new every day, bro.
Shout out to Unc.
Yeah, hey, Gary Burns. Yeah,
some of the best barbecue
in the fucking country for real. Yeah.
Besides my pots, besides some homemade.
No, that's really what it be. If I'm gonna go pay for some barbecue, I'm going to Burns. Other than that, I deal with my dad. But you know, Burns paying for barbecue, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, bro.
My daughter's mom put me on Burns. Cause grandma lived around the corner.
Oh, word.
And I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
Your girl from the hood? In the hood too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Her grandma lived what's that street? It's right in front of that old Ford dealership. That's off of
I know 45. What you talking about.
It's off one of them little side streets. Yeah. Right where it's a gas station. I can't remember the name of the side street.
I know what you're talking about because it's
over there.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
She was like, "Let's go get some barbecue." I was like, "All right, bet."
And took you to Burns, took you right to the hood,
bro.
Good woman.
Some of the best barbecue.
Oh God, yeah, bro.
These niggas doing this in here,
in that small ass, bro. And it's funny because like, so my grandma, she used to play this little, like basically she just be like, "I want some barbecue," and then they'll just bring it. See, like no lie, when she passed. The funeral was catered by Burns BBQ, bro.
It's only right.
It's only right, bro. Like, that's family for real.
It's only right. My dogs, I didn't know y'all was some superstar hoopers, man. Y'all could have went to the league.
That was really, it's funny that you say that. Like, so that was before the music. It was basketball.
But niggas was still paying attention to music.
Yeah.
So like at 6, I wanted to be a DJ. This is like 1998. I wanted to be a DJ.
Yeah.
And I remember going to my dad like, yo, can I get this, that, and the third? And he was like, look, son, like, the crib we in, if I got everything you needed, that should have knocked out the power.
Yeah.
We was intelligent 6-year-olds, so I was like, all right, cool. And Dick was open. I just followed him outside. And ever since then, we have been playing. Yeah. And, you know, what's funny is, like, how the music and the basketball, like, coincided. I can remember we was playing AAU, we was with the hoops.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like with the, like, very good kids, the motherfuckers be, like, ahead on a lot of shit. And I remember just one AAU tournament, this kid was like, yo, like, what you jamming? And at the time, I was like, well, I'm listening to the Chronic, like going back in time, just checking out the classics.
Yeah.
And this nigga was like, bro, you need to get on Who Kid. And I was like, yeah. He was like, he did exactly that. And I was like, Who Kid? Next thing I know, like, come up on Who Kid, and it's like 50 Cent.
Facts.
And there used to be a dude that would come to our dad's crib, this young cat named Daniel, that he worked with, used to ride like this, like sports bike and shit, and he would come through with like all the new shit.
Yeah.
So he had like 50, Kanye, you know what I'm saying, like Jequan, Chingy, like all this new
all
shit.
The hot
we was
stuff.
all the hot new shit. Cause our dad, he was like, at the time, cause he's 22 years older than us, so he was like 34. So we came up on a lot of like Face, E40, Tupac.
Classics.
Yeah.
Pretty Mob. And he was still abreast of new shit like Jay-Z and Nas, but it was like when we got to middle school, it wasn't like he fell off. It was just more like, okay, the shit getting younger.
Yeah.
So I'm going with like the Black
this
album.
This is my lane.
Exactly.
I'll go with the Black album. But like, Get Rich or Die Trying, that's like for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and you know what? That makes sense because like we at that age now, like when we was young, we looked at our dad and the time it was a divide. We that age now.
We that
so
age.
like you got your kids. It's gonna be a divide.
I already know, bro. It's gonna be a huge divide.
Right.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Other than podcasts in the car, I play a bunch of Spitter. I play a bunch of
the shit
stuff
that we
like
was on in high school.
The stuff that we was on in high school.
Exactly.
Gay, all the old
shit.
I play all that instead of all that, the new stuff that the kids like to listen to. So I put them on Wale and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because my daughters, if you ever catch it, their favorite song is BGM by Wale.
Wow.
And they recite that word for word.
Wow.
That's a song to play for them too.
Bro,
that's a hell of a. But you know what? That go back to when we was at Whitney Bank and you was on the same. We was always on the same shit, so it makes sense. Like,
but what's crazy, like with the hoop, it was like I just remember at the time because we was at Booker T, and a lot of people was on like Zero, Wayne, Trey, shit like that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, J-Dog and shit. We was jamming that shit too.
Yeah.
But really, what was more in our lane was like Pac Div, Charles Hamilton, Cuddy,
XV.
Currency,
you know
XV.
what's so funny, bro? This is the third time that Pac Div has been brought up. Spitter just tweeted about Pac Div earlier this afternoon.
Word.
The last dude I had on the show, he's from, his family lives in Cali. We were talking about Pac Div on the last episode. Bro, Pac Div is so hard, and people slept on him.
Yeah,
there was a lot of groups coming out at
Did
that
y'all
time.
see him overdose?
Yes.
Yeah.
What you mean? Still listen to Overdose.
We still jam Overdose.
What you mean? Like,
2008. I knew y'all was some real niggas.
What you mean? You heard like Kent just came out with an album.
Yeah, bro. I knew y'all was some real.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Like, but this was known in 2013. Yeah, like that's the thing because you was like I say, you was one of the only cats that I would have a conversation with for real, especially at work, but like just period.
Just had some real
just conversation.
Man,
yeah,
we just be in the window just having real
exactly,
and
bro.
dialogue, bro.
Exactly.
And that's how you just really get to know somebody.
Right.
And then you just build that bond of that friendship.
Exactly.
Bro, even if y'all don't see each other, like we ain't seen each other forever. Like,
but it's still, it's like it was like 2013. Like we ain't missed the beat. Yeah, ain't missed the beat.
Ain't missed the beat at all, bro. And I love that. And I love that about certain people, bro. And then once I found out y'all was really in tune to the music, and y'all was out here doing it. Like, when did you know you wanted to be a rapper, bro?
I didn't. So you know what's funny? So what happened? And it go with the basketball shit. So we went and played junior college ball, came back, and then we was
where y'all went?
We went and played at Panola Junior College.
That's right. I couldn't remember. Yeah, that's right. I remember.
So we come back, and this is before like we didn't know anything about how school systems work. So. It was an NAIA, St. Thomas, right there of Montrose. They wanted us to play there. So we like, cool, yeah, we'll do it. They said, yeah, y'all got a scholarship. All right, cool. We think, but the thing is so Division I, Division II, they give you full scholarships. NAIA don't. They'll give you an athletic scholarship, but it's only a certain dollar amount. We didn't know that, so we go.
Y'all about to get some bread.
Yeah, I'm thinking, shit, I'm about to just be here. But what ended up happening was we found out that we was going to have to pay a lot of bread out of pocket. This after grants, loans, all that. So we was like, nah, fuck that. We going to go to UH.
Yeah.
So we had to, since we missed that transfer window, we had a whole semester where we was just off. Yeah. So at the time, like, we was DJing, but we both got jobs. Jay would come home and he'd be like, bruh, you should rap. And he'd just be playing beats. He'd be playing beats. And this was for like a week straight. I'm like, bro, I don't want to rap. And I'm a math kid. I don't like writing. So I didn't like reading and none of that shit. So I'm like, I don't want to do this shit.
Yeah.
So one day he was like, bruh, you can make the shit that we want to hear. And I was like, damn. And I really thought about it. And I was like, yeah, I'll start rapping. And what I did is I made some shit. And I was already DJing, so I already knew like writers and shit and rappers already. So I made this project, sent it to them just to see what they thought. And I was like, if they say this shit suck, I'll stop. I'm already DJing, I'm fine.
Cool.
But
I'm just trying something.
Yeah, I'm just trying something. So what ended up happening is everybody was like, man, you got a real nice voice, which was a good base because it was like, okay, well, if I got a nice voice, I could just figure out how to rap as time goes. So I just started getting better and better and better. And then the shit just, you know.
What was like your inspiration? Like, who was your influences at the time that like, all right, I can incorporate him here, him here, there.
You know what it was really was, I don't want to be that person, but it was like the lack of that made me do it. So I was like, okay, I don't really have like, I like Currency, but I don't smoke.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not really doing all of this shit
that he doing
or that anybody doing. And I felt like, you know what, I can just kind of just create what I want. And then as time went on, it just started, like, I started really understand. Because like I said, at the start, I was bad.
Yeah.
So it was like, I had no reference point. Like, I sucked. So it was just like, all right, like, I'm going to just figure some shit out. And then as time went on and living life and experiencing different things, then it was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I got this. I can do it. So, like, now it's just easy.
Dang, it's like clockwork.
Yeah, it's clockwork.
Before I get to you, dog, who is TJ Murphy, dog?
So, TJ... producer.
You know, I listen to the tape, dog.
So
I listen to the tape. I support the family.
For sure. So TJ, a producer out of Jacksonville.
Okay.
So I did Slide Music in 2020, and when it came out, Jay was already DJing. So before COVID hit, Jay was already moving and shaking, like actually going city to city on some shit. It's a cat out in Jacksonville named Quan. He was cool with Quan. Well, he's still cool with Quan. So what ended up happening, Slide Music like took a whole life of its own and like was really like spreading just because people were sitting around at the crib. Yeah, it was spreading organically. Quan ended up reaching out to TJ, I want to say. TJ reached out to me and was like, hey, do you want to like work on some shit? And I was like, yeah. So I didn't really keep it a band. Like when he sent the beats, I was like, these shits is hard. I didn't know he was working with Larry. So he sent me like 7 beats. I did one within 30 minutes and then sent the rest of them back to him that weekend. Like he sent me the beats on a Friday night. So I sent him a song. Me and Jay went to our homeboy crib, and then Saturday and Sunday I did the rest. Yeah. And then we just kept building off of that.
And just growing.
Yeah, just kept growing.
Dang,
yeah.
That's live.
Yeah,
that's
man.
Live. Now to you.
Come on.
Mr. Videographer and director.
Come on.
Speaking of slide music, man, where you get the vision, bro? Like, the vision was cold. Because you had that old school, the old school, like, just vintage feel. Yeah. Just the vibe. The transitions was dope.
So what's funny is, like, one thing I always wanted to do is be the person behind everything that people saw.
Yeah, you like
that
me.
They heard. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just cool with being behind the scenes. Yeah. I'm good in front of the camera, but I feel like I'm even better behind it. You know what I'm saying? So I can do both. And the good thing is I got a twin.
Yeah.
So it's like we can just trade places and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the big thing is any photo that you might see of me on IG or whatever, he took it. Any photo of him, I took it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing is just with that, it wasn't really like no plan or no action or nothing like that. It's like, yo, we got this camera, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it, hey, do this song, do part of this song. And we just do it like that because you don't really see like a lot of promo videos and shit no more. Like I think of the promo for Redman album. And it was like, he was talking about the music and then he had like a song and then he had like another commercial. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really see commercials, whether it's like for shoes, music, things of that nature.
Well, good ones.
Good ones.
Like good commercials, you know what I'm saying? Like
everything is so rushed.
Yeah. Or like if it's a commercial, it's just kind of like it's corny. Like a lot of the shit that you see with the NBA right now and the doing shit, you know what I mean? It's just like whack. But I feel like at the time it was perfect because a lot of niggas was like camped out at home.
Yeah.
And then like with slide music, like you said, slide music took a life of his own. And then the crazy thing is like NPR picked it up. Yeah. It was a lot of people involved with the project, which took it like even farther. You know what I mean? So with that, like with How Deep Is the Game, that really just capitalized on slide music. And now we giving y'all visuals. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we actually outside. You know what I'm saying? Like still moving around, not on no reckless shit. But it's like, yo, like D got this nice car, I got a car. We out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, just put it in a picture, you know what I mean? And things like that. So
it was simple. That was in a parking lot.
Yep. That's all you really need, man. You don't need like $1 million budget to get some great stuff. It's really about your editing. It's about how you edit the shit.
I mean, you get it though.
You understand. As long as your edits and everything is sharp, even if you don't think that they sharp, people won't know.
Exactly.
And if you don't, if they don't know, even
you good, right? You know what I'm saying?
It's like only cats that's real well versed in podcasting would know when you messed up. But like to us, like we be like, bro, that's crazy. That shit vibe.
Like, that's a different type of vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like with DJing too. You know what I'm saying? You'll know when you fuck up or like you'll fuck up, but you can like cover it up. And other people won't know, but you can listen dead to it and be like, at this point, I know exactly why I messed up.
This minute mark right here.
I was just on NTS, and it was a point in the mix I knew I fucked up.
Yeah.
And I like tried to like put something over it, and it worked. But I'm like, every time I would hit, I'd be like, I fucked up. Yeah.
Speaking of NCS, man, how did you get involved with that? That's super dope. Number one, you got your own FM. Archive catalog, I can say on SoundCloud. Go check that out. Hey. But how did you get involved in that, bro? That's dope.
So the crazy thing is, it go back to Deep. Yeah, he had did the triangle with King Mos and Spinorita. Spinorita is like a legendary DJ out in LA. King Mos is as well. And she had her own situation on NTS. Yeah. So I think originally they was trying to do something like for the triangle where they could like just put it on the radio, like basically play it on the radio. So Deep went to her about it. She was like, y'all can do a guest mix. Yeah. So we did one last year, and then this year came around, we did another one. So it's just ill to actually like do some shit on like a national worldly stage, because I feel like within DJing it's just kind of like it's just bland a little bit. What we try to do is actually take it back to, well, not necessarily take it back, but we really with us, we fit into the places where a lot of people not. Like you hear mixes but niggas not talking. Or if they talking, it's monotone. Or if it's like they talking, they ain't really saying shit worth. It's more like I got the mouth with me. I don't have to really talk. I let my skills do the talking and the song selection. He'll just do all the shit talking. And then it just work, and you don't really see that dynamic. But then it's twins doing it.
I was just
so it's even crazier.
Never seen twins.
You know what I'm saying?
You
so
never
it's
seen
like
twins.
With him being a rapper and me being a DJ, it's like that's already a crazy like spectacle on stage where it's like,
wait a minute.
Oh shit, it's two of them.
It's two
but
of
it's not
them.
like on no what you call it? It's not on no circus act shit. Like he really good at what he do,
and he do.
I'm really good at what I do. But it's been like this since childhood. Like he was always the voice, and I was always the one kind of like pulling the strings. But both of us pulling the strings. Yeah, it's just like.
But he had the voice.
One of our homies had said it one night. We was at Rice actually DJing on the radio, and he was like, "Yeah, Jay the one that run the radio station. Run the station, but Deke the one with the TV show." I'm like, "No, both of us run the station. Deke just the one that care to have a TV show. Yeah, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So it's an ill dynamic. It's just like on the court.
Yeah. Give and go.
Yep, give and go. It's brother ball.
Yeah, brother ball, basically.
Yeah. Dang, I like how y'all correlate the ball into real life.
It's the same game, bro.
It's the same
game, different arena.
And to be successful in one, you could be successful in the other one. That's why I was telling one of my homeboys that was trying to get into rap, and I was like, hey, bro, look, because he played professional basketball. Yeah. And I told him, I was like, look, bro, it's the same work as basketball. You got to understand that this shit, you've been playing basketball your whole life. This music shit new to you. Don't get upset if the shit ain't coming as fast as you want, because it's a grind. Like, you think about it, you've been good at podcasting like for as long as you can remember, damn near, because you've been doing it so much. But it was a point when you wasn't doing this shit, and the next endeavor you jump into is gonna be new, just like the podcasting was. Exactly. But as long as you keep the patience shit, you gonna be fine. But that's all we did. Like, I knew I sucked, and I was like, okay, like if I want to be good, like it just ain't work, because it was the same as basketball. The same as DJing. Like, I remember he got the turntables, and I walked in the room and I was like, ain't no fucking way I'm gonna learn how to do this shit. This shit hard.
The first time I saw some turntables in front of me, my man Midas touched. We was actually finna go to Panola. And he had us come to the crib, and he was like, yeah, man, check this out. And I looked at the shit, I was like,
ain't no fucking way.
And he was just moving with
all
it so effortlessly.
Buttons.
And he was just like, bruh. He was like, y'all got the same like taste I do. Actually might have better taste. Why don't y'all just, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, so one thing I was experimenting with when we was at Panola was DJing. So I was coming out with like different mixes and things of that nature at the time, and it was like, oh damn, actually getting pretty good at this. And then in the downtime that both of us had when we came back from Panola,
that's when we started both DJing real heavy.
It was like the next summer I got my equipment, and then like a couple months later, the shit happened at Rice. And then like probably like a couple more months later, they was like, well, yo, the station actually think about doing this situation where they would get like budding talent like Killer Kyleon, Ray P, Fat Tony, or whoever that was like popping in the area, and they put them with us. So Deke would like DJ, they'll go on and perform, and then like I'll go on and DJ. And we used to have like
they would do this on the radio or just
no, like,
it would be it was a bar in the basement called Willie's Pub, and they would do it in this pub. It's like this dark ass, dingy ass like bar. And that motherfucker just pack out. And then it got to a point we was doing it so much that the pub was like, hey Jay, if you just want to come up here and DJ, you could just spin, like regardless of what the radio station doing, you can just come up here, y'all can come up here. And it's funny because we was doing shit real T, like we was doing shit that niggas is trying to do now in 2030. Like, niggas was touching Red Bull checks.
Yeah,
like,
I remember y'all talking about this.
Yeah,
bro.
And it was just tough because...
like y'all said, this was foreign at the time.
Yeah, like niggas wasn't DJing
I didn't know nothing. I was like, what is all this?
Yeah.
It was like foreign at the time.
Right, at the time,
if you look at it. But now if you go back, you be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like it makes sense.
Yeah,
like it was, and that was the craziest thing too. And I think that's what borderline got me. It was similar to DJing, was like similar to the rapping, where it was like, we ain't trying to do it for nobody because nobody understand it. Like, nobody get it. So, like, me and Jay was just like, shit. We just gonna do this shit because we like this shit. Like, you know what I mean? So, when it was coming to accolades, like, niggas getting a Red Bull check, it's like, oh, shit.
Oh,
like,
we really doing something.
I'm really doing. Like, not only is niggas paying me, but Red Bull paying me. It's like, you feel me? It's a big corporation. And then at that point, like, I'm not really too worried about not saying, like, I don't care about you if you don't get it. Like, that's cool. Like, I know what I did. I know what I'm doing. They know what I'm doing, and it's a reason I keep coming back here.
Exactly.
So that's really what it was for real. And it's still like that.
And that's the best part. That's the best part. Exactly. As long as y'all stay true to yourself, you gonna win in the long run.
Exactly. You know.
I already know. When you guys make these mixes, how do y'all do them together, or like y'all be like, hey, put this go right here?
That's, you know what it is he come up with the idea. I might have a song or two and I send it, or I just let him know like, hey, put this on here. And then after that, he just do his thing and then give it to me, and he be like, bro, do what you do. And I just talk in the empty space,
open spots, and just
put it in.
Because I know he'll talk. You know what I'm saying? He'll say some shit. He'll just say some like off the wall shit, and I'll be like, actually, that fit perfectly right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I say, it's just like it take you back to the days. I remember my uncle had just got out of jail and he came through with a gangster grills.
Yeah.
He had the T.I. one, Down with the King, and I was just like, bro, what the fuck? And
what is this?
At the time, our uncle, another one of our uncles, he was working for like Arizona.
Yeah.
So it would be like on some shit that whole year, like we trying to collect every Arizona, like which ones I ain't tasted, and every gangster grill. So you got like Bun B, Bump J, Pharrell got one, Lil Brother got one, Jeezy got one. Like we want to hit all of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like I just remember vividly, and it going to high school too, cause like that's when Don Cannon started having like Cool Kids and Currency,
Big Sean,
Young Chris, OJ the Juice Man, Pac Div. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just remember hearing him, Holiday, Scream, Drama, and them just like doing a lot of talking, and I'm like, they actually add on to the song. You know what I'm saying? Even Big Mike.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying?
Max B.
And you just hear them, and it's like they add a whole nother element to it. So it's like with us two and our dynamic, it's like Deke add a whole nother element to like the skills, the techniques, the songs that you hearing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yeah, you can play good songs, but like, or you can have like good technique and play bad songs. But it's like with me, you getting like ill shit and the ill like technique. You know what I'm saying? You put it all together with somebody that talk as crazy as Deke do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, it's an experience that nobody really getting these days, you know. So to actually be able to do that and then, you know, had the opportunity to go like to LA and DJ and like crush that and go to Atlanta a couple times and crush that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, damn, I just went to like 2 musical capitals in the, you know what I'm saying, like in the world and did my thing at like 2 renowned spots. Like Lock and Key ain't no beat.
Ain't no key.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's real deal. That's the deep end, you know what I'm saying? So to actually have done that is crazy, and then like to have somebody like Deke who can do it too on the DJ and the rapping side, because a lot of people don't know that Deke is a DJ.
And
they don't know that,
like,
you know what I'm saying?
He's just a rapper.
But like if Deke wanted to go up there on stage and like DJ and rap like on some J Live shit, he could do that.
Facts.
He could play his own songs and like do his own transitions and things like that. So you know, just like I say, he had said something about Brother Ball earlier. That's all it is. Because who I'm going to depend on more than my twin fucking brother. You know what I'm saying?
My blood.
Yeah.
Man, how did you get a hat deal? I'm just going to call it what it is.
That's what it is. So it's crazy. Like, that's crazy when you say that. Crazy, bro. I'm glad you said that.
Crazy.
So
whole hat deal.
I'm going to be real. Like, last year around this time.
Crazy,
last year around this time, I was in a situation with a young lady, and like, you know, when you be in a situation, you can kind of sort of feel it like drifting a little bit, and you be like, you start thinking about, well, maybe she might have met somebody else or X, Y, and Z. I was laying in bed one night, and I was like, instead of thinking about that, let me think about the shit that I do want. And one of the first things I thought of was like a hat deal. So I was like, you know what? I want to make a hat for myself, but the site that I was getting them from, they didn't have nothing in my size, and I was like, man, I'm going to try something with Zephyr. Because they had kind of looked similar. So I remember hitting this other cat that I kind of sort of like know, and he was on some shit like, nah, I wouldn't go with Zephyr. They hats is and I was like, I'm going to do it. Just because he said no, like, I'm going to try that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I did it. And I was like, oh, the hat quality is, you know what I'm saying, it's on point. So I remember ordering from their website because they had more colors and the prices was better. And they had sent me 2 by mistake. And I was like, okay. So I made one for somebody else and they had their order, and I made one and I actually like did a whole presentation on like some school shit. But I called it like my demo, like my demo tape, like niggas used to sign demo tapes. So I remember just going to the post office, having the motherfucking box with the presentation and the hat. I didn't even know, I just knew about their headquarters. I didn't know what divisions they had, none of that shit. I did research for like a week. Sent it out there, and like a week later they hit me and they was like, yo, we fuck with this. Like, we need to get on a call. They put me on a call with a rep. And what's funny is we probably talked for about like 30 minutes or so. And he was like, so tell me, like, what's the fofo? And I was like, oh, that's my hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got our own bus line through the hood, and we call it the fofo. And he was just intrigued because like with the 4th hat, what I did, I had a map on the side of it. And since it was the faux, I was like, okay, take 44% of the proceeds and donate it to something in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And they fuck with that. And then like with the 5th one, the 6th one, like, it was just crazy, and I treat them like Jordans.
Yeah.
Like every year it's a new one.
It's a new
You know
release.
what I'm saying? It's a new design. And like I said, they was fucking with it. We talked with the rep, and they was like, yeah, bro, like, you on.
So you got more coming?
Yeah, every year. Every year. My homegirl.
Once a year?
Yeah, once a year. My homegirl, Cece, she was really like one of the main people that actually like put me. It's like I got like a little small like tribal council. Is my brother, my dad, because my dad always wore hats.
Of course,
and
her,
you
gotta keep the family.
And she was on some shit. Like I remember one day, we was kicking it. And she was like, you know, like you could get other J's, but how she said it was like, nigga, why you ain't been like working with me on this? You know what I'm saying? So I look at it more like I'm like Mike. And she like the Tinker Hatfield to my Michael Jordan.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
So gotta have that creative design.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So she be keeping me right, and then, you know, just having people like Dika, my man Drew at Imperial, you know what I'm saying, that runs Imperial rather, AMG out in Atlanta, like we did collaborations for his like 5th anniversary and things of that nature, like having people like that actually rock with it and coast to coast type shit. It's crazy. Like I never would have thought people in New York would be wearing my shit. Or, you know what I'm saying, somebody in Florida would have it, or just whatever. It's a nationwide thing. And it started off like 101. And I remember the idea that I did it, and I sent my brother a picture of it. He was living in San Antonio at the time. He was like, nah. That was a text, but he was like, nah. I'd send another picture. He was like, no. So I sent him my first one and did another one and would turn it to a 101. I just put it on Instagram. It turned into like a one for all. And everybody was fucking with it.
Been messing with it ever since.
Yeah.
I love it, bro. I love it. Keep going.
No,
keep
ain't
going.
Got no, look, bro, the deal is in motion. I'm like, hey, bro. I would even hit some of my other homies like, man, Bingo did one. I was like, hey, bro, like I can use my situation just in case, like you got, just in case you want something, just holler at me, bro. I can use my situation to get you
a hat. Yeah. Speaking of Bingo, man, how y'all get involved with my boy?
Okay.
Praise.
So
that's my dog.
So Jay already like knew him.
Yeah.
And me, I was looking at it because I knew I was moving back to Houston, but I didn't like, how can I say, I wanted to build a network in Houston, but I didn't want to come in as no rapper, because if it's a bunch of rappers, then what we doing? So at the time I was making beats. I had did like half of this cat named Scotty Brown. I did like half of his album. Like I produced half of his shit.
Yeah.
So I want to say Bingo had heard about it. And when he heard it, reached out. So I sent him some beats similar to the ones that I had did for Scotty. He was like, nah, these ain't it. So I was like, perfect. Because now I get to send you the actual shit. So I sent him 2 beats. One ended up being John Cena. The other one ended up being Leave It to Bingo.
Yeah.
And then he had a little situation with the people he was running with, and he happened to stay like kind of close to us. So he just come through and kick it.
Yeah.
So then we just kept like building on that. So like it just ended up turning into like, that's my brother for real.
Yeah.
Like on some real shit. Like he was at the crib last night, like type shit. So like we do a lot of shit together, whether it's like we playing ball or he come by play some music. He didn't record it at the crib. Like I shot the cover for Off the Books. Rapped on it. Like me and Jay produced on it. So like we do everything like from a working perspective and like a personal perspective. Like we help them move. Like type shit.
Real.
Like it's just
y'all family.
Yeah, like if you in this shit, you in this shit. Like with us, it ain't really necessarily no business. Like I conduct business, but like
if you family,
like
I treat you like
family. Like when you hit Jay about the podcast, it's like shit, I ain't seen you in a minute. So like if this the way I gotta see you and we do this, then shit, I take it.
Yeah, we got
been one of these.
Hey,
you know?
man,
so when he hit me about it, I was like, bro, it's about
especially seeing just how you didn't like how this shit didn't just
I appreciate that.
Took off for real. Like that shit.
Same way with y'all. Same way with y'all. And I just see it, like y'all said, we gotta spend more time together. And I can't wait to hang out with the fellas and see what they cooking up. Pull up on them, whatever the case might be. I'm all in. You know, if y'all family, if y'all need support, promo, it's nothing.
Appreciate that. Likewise too.
It's nothing. And I'm not the one that really be, hey bro, promo this for me and stuff like this. I'm gonna just do it organically, off the love, because y'all my people. Right. Or if you pop up on my SoundCloud, I'm just gonna repost you.
But see, we was never the type like to send shit to people to like get them to do something. If I'm sending something to somebody, it's like, yo, just listen to it.
Just listen to it. I don't want you to.
I don't care. Like if you like reposted it, this is more like, hey man, check this out. This is something new I just did. You know, and
tune in. Tell me what you think.
That's the main thing. Like I think with Instagram and like promo, niggas be too prideful.
Yeah, that's all.
Because they got like an aesthetic they want to keep, and they don't want to look a certain way. It's like, bro, just put that shit out. Like, it don't matter, bro. If you support it, you support it. If you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying?
And I tell my people that's in the music around me all the time, I said, bro, just put the music out. If your fans mess with it, I tell them this. If you mess with it, your fans gonna mess with it.
Exactly. That's how the shit works. If
you mess with it and you rocking with it on your story or your post, whatever the case might be,
exactly,
they gonna continue to rock with it.
They gonna jump to it.
Anywho, they gonna rock with it. So yeah. But that's all it is. Just got to be organic about the whole situation, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's all it rely on. Like, that's all it boiled down to. Like, I mean, shit. It was the way I got with Trackademics, them. I ain't had no sound. I mean, I ain't had no Twitter, no Instagram, no nothing. I was just like, I'm about to just make this shit, and then it just popped up. His man Wiz found it. Then Wiz turned to Mike Baker and Trackademics. Next thing I know, I'm in Oakland.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, making
magic.
Yeah. Like, you know, like the song that's playing that came from just saying, you know what, fuck that. Like, I'm not trying to be in the rat race. I'm about to just figure this shit out and really make what you said, make what I like. And then people liked it. So,
and that's all it is. If you like it, they gonna like it.
Exactly, bro. That's all it is. That's how it works. Reflection of like your taste, and a lot of motherfuckers ain't got good taste, or they taste facts. Even down to like what they wear is based off of what they see on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like, growing up, like, that's one thing. Like, you got cats in the hood or just at school that you might see that's fresh, but like as a 25 on up, you know what I'm saying? Like, develop your own sense of style and shit like that. Facts. But a lot of niggas just be kind of like pigeonholed, and they put themselves in that corner and they just stay there. You know what I'm saying?
That's all in that.
You know, so it's kind of like even with music. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn this question to you.
Yeah.
What you jamming these days?
What am I jamming? I just jammed the Drake album. I'm really an R&B dude.
Word.
I'm really an R&B dude. So like Cleo Soul, Ye Ali, stuff like that. I'm really jamming. Ye Ali just dropped a mixtape yesterday.
Word. Okay.
Who else am I jamming? I'll just tell you right now before we get out of here, man. Hold on. I'll tell you right now, brothers. My boy, the Honest Guy. My boy Kingsley do the podcast with his cousin. He just dropped a project yesterday. He's cold R&B dude. Coco Jones, who played Hillary on Fresh Prince, she just dropped. So stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's mainly what I jam. I might just jam some hip hop here and there.
Yeah. So is that after having the kids, it just made you slow it down? I mean, you've been on it, but like it seems like it's predominant now.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Just make you slow down and just
make you more conscious of what you're listening to around your dog. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, and that's all.
Because like with Sons, oh man, they used to have us that bitch jam whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he also told us it's entertainment.
Exactly.
So like niggas talking about they killed such and such on her, they didn't do that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like with you having not only daughters but twin daughters, which is like that. It's like crazy. We said before we got on, like, that's some whole other shit, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's crazy, like, to think, like, if I was to have kids, or like, if I had a niece, every morning I'd play like I'm Every Woman by Shaka Khan. Because it's like, bro, you can, you know what I'm saying? You can be everything.
You just gotta speak that into them. Like I tell them, like I told you.
So for you to say like BGM by Wale is what you play, like, that's big.
That's their song. You know they asked for it. Put it on.
They be in the they gonna be future DJs. Fact. You know, you shotgun, you call the shots. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just gonna be behind the scenes. Whatever y'all want to do.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. Yeah,
man. Before we get out here, man, I appreciate my boys coming through.
Appreciate you for having us. We gotta do a part 2.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a part 2.
Yeah, definitely gotta do a part 2.
Give all your information where they can reach out to y'all and get.
You ain't got no information.
So Pete, you gotta just hit me Sid Worldwide at AOL.com. Like that's it. Other than that, you can't really. Unless you holler at him or some shit, then I'm out the way.
So,
real.
Twitter.com / I was giving niggas a whole. J1 QUAN, and on Instagram it's 1.js. The Astros just won the World Series.
For real?
They did.
Yeah, they just won. Yeah. That's why niggas is like, yo, come on, you know what I'm saying? Hit the streets.
Go
shout out to Dusty Baker. You know what I'm saying? It's going crazy right now, man. So, Jerm.
I appreciate
Thank you,
y'all,
bro. It's all love.
Always, man.
Always.
I appreciate it. We're going to have a part 2.
Definitely.
Only right for
for the twin. I mean, come on.
Facts.
Come on, bro. You know what it is.
We're going to get a part 2, man. Before we get out of here, man, I appreciate my brother Siddiq and Jequan coming through, man. Talking some real talk. We're going to have part 2. Trust and believe that. I got some dope artists or DJs like My brother said, send it to my email, 2westboys@gmail.com. That's the number 2, WSSBOYZ.
Thanks.
Follow me everywhere, one-on-one with Jerm, except for Twitter, it's WTH, but everywhere else is one-on-one with Jerm.
Mm-hmm.
Tap in, like, comment, and subscribe. Tune into the
Peace.
Network.
Yep.
It's episode of 111. It might be them again.
It's episode 111?
Next episode.
Oh, yeah, the big angel number. All right, yeah. Till next time.
Man, we gone, man. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. My brother.
Hey, thank you so much, bro.
Oh, man, I appreciate y'all, dog.